Most people believe the most dangerous place at sea is inside a storm. Towering waves, howling wind, lightning ripping across the horizon. Storms look terrifying. But ask experienced sailors what truly scares them, and many will tell you something very different. Calm water. Because when the ocean becomes perfectly calm, it often means something dangerous is happening beneath the surface. Storms are loud. They give warnings. You see them coming. But calm water hides everything. Many survivors say the most unsettling moment at sea is when the ocean suddenly goes quiet. No wind. No waves. Just a flat horizon in every direction. That kind of silence can feel peaceful at first. But experienced sailors know it can also mean trouble. Sometimes storms are forming far away. Sometimes powerful currents are shifting. And sometimes predators begin appearing from the deep. After maritime disasters, survivors floating in calm water often report something strange. Sharks begin arriving. One of the most famous examples happened after the sinking of the USS Indianapolis sinking. When the ship went down, hundreds of sailors were left drifting in the Pacific Ocean. The sea was unusually calm. No waves. No storm. Just hundreds of exhausted men floating in life jackets across miles of open water. At first, the calm ocean seemed like good news. But the still water made something easier for predators. Sharks could approach silently. Survivors later described seeing fins cutting through the water around them. Sometimes just one. Sometimes several. In calm seas, every small movement becomes visible. A ripple. A shadow beneath the surface. The sudden appearance of a dorsal fin. That's when the fear begins spreading through the group. Because when the water is calm, you can see everything. And sometimes what you see is something you wish you hadn't. Sailors and fishermen have reported similar experiences across the world's oceans. Calm water often gathers floating debris, fishing scraps, dead fish, anything drifting in the current. And where food collects, predators follow. Sharks are extremely sensitive to vibration and scent in the water. Even small disturbances can attract them from far away. In rough storms, waves and noise can scatter those signals. But calm water allows them to travel easily. It allows them to detect movement more clearly. And it allows them to circle without being noticed. That's why experienced sailors often say storms are frightening, but calm water can be worse. Storms are chaos. But calm water is uncertainty. You don't know what's beneath you. You don't know what might appear next. You don't know how long you might be drifting in the silence. And sometimes, when the ocean becomes too quiet, that's when the real danger begins. Because the ocean rarely gives warnings. Sometimes it simply becomes still. And waits. Calm water can transform an experienced sailor's confidence into deep unease. As they glance around, each floating piece of debris magnifies their sense of vulnerability. The oppressive silence weighs heavily on their shoulders, an almost tangible presence. Conversations dwindle, tension hangs in the air, with each person lost in their thoughts. They can't shake the feeling that something unseen is watching, waiting. As shadows flit past beneath the surface, imaginations run wild, conjuring images of lurking predators. They strive to stay focused, to look for signs of danger. But with each passing moment, calmness amplifies their anxiety, rendering the ocean's stillness even more deafening. With each ripple in the placid expanse, the unease deepens, prompting one sailor to finally break the silence. "Do you see that?" he whispers, pointing towards a disturbance in the water just beyond their cluster. The others turn sharply, eyes widening at the sight of a fleeting dark shape. Hearts race as they strain to see, wondering if they are alone in this vast, eerie void. Each survivor reveals their fears, voices low, as the calmness continues to cloak the true threats hiding below, transforming their shared reality into a collective nightmare. A sudden flash of silver flits by, sending a wave of panic through the group. Was that a shark? Another sailor breathes, his voice low and trembling. Eyes dart toward the tumultuous horizon, searching for any sign of rescue, but the uninterrupted calm offers little comfort. The collective dread swells like a tide, amplifying their senses, each splash now sounding like a death knell. As they cling to their life jackets, imaginations conjure grotesque scenarios of what lies below: sharp teeth, glimmering eyes, and the sinister unknown. A third sailor bravely suggests, "We need to stay together. Like a flock." Straining against the suffocating air, they draw closer, attempting to summon reassurance from one another's presence. But the silence pulls tighter, drowning out rational thought, as if the ocean itself mocks their fear with its cold indifference. The stillness is palpable, an unshakable fog of foreboding that wraps around them. At that moment, every heartbeat resonates, a testament to their primal instincts, fighting against the engulfing dread pulsing just beneath the ocean's surface. The tension escalates as they huddle closer, exchanging wide-eyed glances filled with unspoken fear. "We must stay alert," one sailor insists, his voice trembling yet firm. Each ripple in the water now feels like a whispered threat, igniting their imaginations further. Suddenly, another survivor spots something, a faint shadow gliding just beneath the surface. "There, did you see that?" Tension crackles through the air as all heads turn toward the disturbance. Every eye strains to catch a glimpse, hearts pounding in unison. Another sinister shape emerges swiftly, and with it, a collective gasp escapes their lips. Eyes dart back and forth, desperate for reassurance, yet the silence only amplifies their frightening reality. The calm water has transformed into their worst nightmare, an unsettling paradox of beauty hiding lurking danger. "Stay close." The sailor's voice barely rises above the stillness, yet it carries the weight of their collective anxiety. They gather tightly, a tense formation against the oppressive quiet, heightened senses on high alert. The water around them shimmers innocuously, yet that deceptive calm breeds paranoia. Another ripple disrupts the surface, and they instinctively draw closer together, hearts racing like wild drumbeats in a silent symphony. The slightest movement now feels monumental, a pulse of danger threading through the air, merging fear with instincts honed by survival. As the weight of uncertainty looms, one sailor's mind races through past tales of survival, recalling how calm water had once concealed peril. Their whispers cascade through the group, evolving from dread into determination. "We'll stay vigilant, we can't lose hope," says a woman, her voice a fragile thread amidst the oppressive silence.